let's get started.
Woo!
Dungeons and
Hi,
Dragons.
Internet.
Hi, Internet.
Hi, Internet.
When last we left our heroes, you
Heroes.
guys, yeah, heroes, or
Viking Raiders.
I guess anti-hero is still a
murderous,
type of hero.
murderous arsonist thieves.
Those, more or less.
Hey, six dozen in the other.
Raiders.
Who
We last left our dwarven raiders.
We are dwarven raiders.
No, we're not.
When last we left our heroes, you guys had freed the settlers from the clanless camp in the Deadening Wood. Made friends with some centaurs to have them help you get your wagons back down to the city of Meridia to go and rescue your stuff, your money and stuff, and Donald's retainer, Blurt Reynolds, the goblin, who you, at the moment, have all of. For a little while there, you only had a piece of, but now you've got all of them again. You battled thieves and spies and assassins and giant scorpions, befriended giant scorpions, and tricked basilisks into running to spiked pits, and slew Electos, the leader of the Vine, and rescued Blurt, and are in the process of looting the considerable amount of riches here. And we will pick things back up there, with you having just slain Electos and his crew, and you're all kind of going through his shit and checking in on Blurt, and the Shield, or Impetus Maximus, or aka Dwarven Raiders, what would you like to do?
I'd like to check on Blurt and see how many fingers and toes he's missing.
Yes.
I'd like to stop going through his shit and look for useful stuff.
Can I rage loot even though I don't have rage?
No, I'm still going through shit.
I'm helping her. I'm helping her go through shit.
All right. Blurt only appears to be missing the one finger.
Oh no!
As you look him over,
Which finger is it? Is it
the pinky finger on his left hand.
Okay.
That's not so bad.
Blurt of the 9 fingers.
Nine
he's
finger
now-
blurty
he's
on the
now
4th
Blurt
day
Nine
of July.
Blurt 9 Fingers.
He's got a good
is his
nickname
new,
now.
Name. Yeah, he's got a nickname. But outside of that, outside of some sores from being bound and manacled and chained to the wall and stuff, and he seems to, outside of that, be relatively well fed and not dehydrated or anything.
That's good. I'll start wrapping his sores and stuff, and I'll ask him, do you want the finger back?
Did you bring it with you?
I think somebody has it.
I wasn't picking
I mean,
it up.
I don't feel like I want it. I mean, I don't really have any sentimental value for it. So carrying it around seems kind of gross. But
I do that thing with Blurt's finger and your thumb when you go ooh,
Yeah, I knew Osel had it because I wouldn't touch it.
What's your passive perception, Donald?
18.
Unbeknownst to you, Blurt has slid the dagger from your sheath and is currently holding it over his head, looking at Ossel.
Look.
You finally catch this, Donald, as you look up.
No, don't. We just got here and rescued you. Please don't start murdering anybody. I don't have any more magic to help people today.
That's even more of a
He
excuse
just
to do
kind of
it.
gives Ossel one of these, like, I guard you while you sleep.
Also, stop antagonizing Blurt.
Oh, look at Bert over there. With all of 2 ears. Be ashamed if someone ripped one of them off.
Oh,
Bring it, bitch.
Well, glad we're back to normal. Do we rest here or do we get the hell out of here?
We get out of here, I think.
Well, Artanis, you said you're looking through his stuff?
Yeah, but specifically not his shit.
yeah,
Oh,
because he does that when he dies. He just shits his britches.
Actually, technically, it's not true. Only about roughly 60% of people avoid their bowels after death. But
And as soon as after that happens, he shits his britches. Please and thank you.
you just hear,
Just like the most loud thing too, like
I mean, he's really in there.
it goes on forever.
this is why you come. This is why you come to Flint's Twitch stream. Right here. This sort of
Fart
You
joke.
two
highbrow, like.
You'd never guessed that I was the youngest one here.
No, you would never guess it.
Most of stuff so all the loot I told you guys at the end of last session, as far as like items and monetary valued things. Is there something else you're looking for?
Anything in terms of like useful intel on anything?
Yeah, he seemed to be in the know about a lot of things
make-
around the city, so.
Yeah, he's a very well-connected man.
Sure. Make an anyone who can make an investigation check.
I want in on this. I'm guidancing myself.
Let's see.
11. No.
I like
14.
to think that Artificer Tony Stark in Age of Ultron is casting guidance on himself when he's in the Hydra base and he's like, please be a secret door, please be a secret door, please be a secret door. Yay.
11.
18.
18, is that our best? 18?
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Wait. Oh, Blurt has investigation proficiency.
Wait.
Fuck yeah. We're gonna roll something for Blurt real quick.
Blurt can roll with advantage because he's been being held captive here for quite a while.
That's a dirty 20 for Blurt.
Blurt notices you looking around, Donald, and says, "Hey, I think what you're looking for is over here." And he points over to Electos's desk, where there are several different drawers that Blurt points out to you have locks on them, and says he didn't actually keep any keys for these things. I mean, he was the head of a thieves guild,
So they're just unlocked?
I don't think so. I think, he has how should I put this? A similar skill set to your friend Mel.
Wow.
Mel, you're up.
Fine.
You can have some guidance for this.
All right.
You've also got gloves of thievery, right?
Yep.
I do know.
She's
But-
wearing them.
Yeah, but are they attunement?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay.
They do not require attunement.
Sweet. Okay then. So
And they also look invisible while you're wearing them.
So you don't even know that you're wearing them.
I'm
when
pretty
you're
sure I
wearing
know
them.
I'm wearing them.
That's why
I can feel them.
So when she takes
She
them
still
off,
has a
does it look
sense
like
of
she's just peeling off her skin?
touch.
Also, let me do a quick add that and put them on so it give me the thing. Okay. So Thieves' Tools.
Natural 20.
Natural 20 plus 3
That's like her
plus
exclusive
11
role
plus
for
5.
unlocking stuff.
Yep.
Wait.
All right.
Uh
So lickety split in a flash. 39. Jesus. 39. My goodness.
I really
So
hate this
lickety
guy.
split in a flash. You unlock all 3 drawers on the desk. Not only that, but the one drawer that was trapped that you didn't investigate, when you just happen to disarm it while picking the lock.
Nice.
By accident.
He was really bad at this.
Um,
I'm pretty sure
Uh,
Vince has rolled natural 20s every time unlocking something in this campaign.
No,
so
not
far, I
not
think
every time. No, just
That is a
hi.
good set of dice.
Yeah, I love
Quite a
these things
bit.
are fucking beautiful. I wish you could see like the shimmering in the middle.
Inside one of the drawers. Actually, you know what? When you open up the drawers, I'll have more investigation checks to investigate the contents from whoever is looking over this stuff.
Okay.
19.
Nope, I did my job. I'm stepping away now.
That's a 23 for Blurt.
19 Artanis?
Yep.
23 for Blurt?
And an 8 for Donald.
Good
Blurt
job,
no
Donald.
longer has advantage. But,
Well, that takes him to 12 then.
alright. Artanis,
Oh.
and as you guys are going through all this, which is a ton of paperwork, you find a set of correspondence, Artanis, that speaks of that is between him and someone named Portia. She appears to be contacting him, asking him if he is able to hire a crew for a potential job that she has, and that she would like the crew to be from outside of Meridia. And he returns the correspondence answering essentially in the affirmative. I'm paraphrasing all of this. I'm not gonna
Sure.
read it to you word for word. But she then explains to him the target, and which is she's talking about the job that you guys pulled.
Right.
Obviously, she at no point in any of the correspondences mentions wanting the contents from inside said statue.
So then it's her fault. She
Yep.
was of the non-specificity that led to this whole thing.
I feel like we can easily convince her of that in 4 ways.
So specifically, she asks him to hire a crew from outside of Meridia to steal the statue, as well as later on in the first correspondence, she gives a location, the location of a contact here in Meridia should Electos need to reach out to her.
Yes.
The location is the Where is it? The headmaster's palace. And the name and title of the person listed is Administrator Bardus. Those that are proficient can roll history to see if they recognize that name.
I am not proficient.
I am not.
I
Nor
am.
am I.
That's a 13.
13. You are not sure who this individual is. The correspondence does clearly show that Portia is an affiliated or an agent of the Empire. At least she represents herself as such. You also find there's also the other thing that you find is a thick leather-bound tome that as you open it up, you can see that it is some kind of a ledger.
Is it coded or does it appear? Is it straightforward to read?
It reads at a plain reading straightforward. There's like lists of like livestock and barley and oats, and whatnot. From just a quick glance at it.
It looks like I explained all of this to everybody. So, in particular, I'll mention. Seems interesting that Portia, specifically wanted a crew to be hired that is not from Meridia. I wonder what's up with that. And I have to think that there's more to this ledger than what's on the surface, at any rate.
Oh,
Would you like to
absolutely.
make a
Yeah, can I take a look at it?
investigation? Would
Yeah.
you like to make an investigation check of the ledger?
I would, but if this is going to take like several hours, then I don't know if I want. I can do it later. If that's the kind.
I mean, I imagine you guys are at least going to take a short rest here.
Yeah. Would this seem like thieves can't type thing?
He shows it to you, just like turns around so you can look at it. It's not a thieves' cant thing.
Okay. Yeah, if we're going to take a short rest, then I'll use the.
I mean,
time
are
to
you guys?
open-
It sounded like that's what the plan was last week. I'm just confirming.
It's a good idea.
I mean, we can.
We are kind of fucked up. It's good to at least rest a bit.
It is.
All
So
right.
you can make an investigation check. Is somebody gonna assist him?
I'll give guidance.
I can aid.
So in
Yeah.
that case, I need to
Thank
do
God for the aid.
rest.
Uh,
Short rest.
Group caught. 21.
21. Upon closer examination of the ledger,
Karduk.
it's
Hello, thank you so much
clearly
for the raid.
coded.
How was your
Not in
stream?
common
Welcome,
thieves'
welcome.
cant. It appears
Welcome to
to be
D&D.
a custom code that was probably created by either Electos or
Hello,
somebody else in his
raiders.
organization. What you see here beyond
Have a good
the
stream. What were you
code,
doing?
what it tells you is it shows the vast spread of the criminal network that is the Vine. It would appear from this that they have cells or families or organizations in every major city around the Sun Sea. It also shows, with your high roll, you see Duke Petrilus's
Very much appreciate
name in the ledger.
Hey, everybody.
It would appear, based on your
Allow me to introduce myself while they're
investigation
talking
here,
about other things, so I don't
that
talk
he
too much over what's
was
happening.
using the Vine as a smuggling organization, trading with the Empire through the Vine. and was giving them not only trading with them, but was giving them info and intelligence by using his connections as a noble here in Meridia, info on trade caravan timings and routes to Al Rawam for the Empire to hit and raid. And additionally, because you rolled over a 20, you find what is essentially because you see a section towards the back that's much smaller. There's only a few entries there, and you're trying to put it together, and eventually you figure out that this is probably something that they a side of their business that they do drastically less. But there is a assassination contract that they're sitting on here for a director Kava Mistan.
Director Kava Mistan?
Yeah, Mystan.
Is that a name that anybody
K-A-V-A.
knows?
Kava.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the Greek or the
Can I make a
Mediterranean
history
food.
check for that name?
Sure. A history check.
21.
21. You know it. Mel, you know it innately just from growing up in El Ramon. Director Kava Mistan is the head of state for Narafos.
And it does not appear that this contract has been assigned to anyone?
It would appear that they are that it's something that is essentially the way you're reading it. It is a sort of like an open contract that the vine that this particular cell, for lack of a better word, of the vine is not actively pursuing. There's nothing in here as to if it's an internal contract from the vine or if it's something from outside the vine that someone contacted the vine about. You're not sure, but you can see, and I'm just gonna for a second here pop over to the world map. But there is a significant vine presence in all of the Republic cities, in Calcaria itself, in Al Rawam, at Good Earth Commune, in the High Hill Peninsula, as well as in Vadku, Gazog, and Bazar Kul across Ultak.
I'll look specifically at.
Each
Sorry, go
sorry, real quick. Each organization appears to act with somewhat independence, but there is a overall structure. For ease's sake, it operates a lot like kind of like the five families of like the New York City. Like they each have like a territory, and there's an affiliation between each group. Like there's a commonality, but they're all each organization, their own organization. So there's a close affiliation while at the same time maintaining.
Oh, hey, Cal.
It's almost like mirrors
I
like
could
the
have also
feudal
vowed. That's
system
fair.
of this world. Like they each have their own territory and they operate and kind of how should I put excel in different kinds of vice, but operate in all kinds of that. Some of them favor others. Like some of them appear to be big on the whole assassination, like big on the whole assassination thing, where others were more like we just want to sit back, make money, and do like the gambling and the prostitution and the smuggling and stuff like that. It depends on which organization. It's hard to tell exactly from your role which is which. You can just tell that each of these go to a different like major hub or port along the Sun Sea, and each have their own autonomy, while at the same time there's a bigger structure as well. But it is not just some local gang of thugs. This is a huge network.
This is a really important book. I'll look specifically for two more things if I can during this rest. One is any names of people in cells either in Ralos or Al Rawam that either we might have come across when we were in Ralos or that Mel might know from Al Rawam.
You're not able to get. You don't think any of the names in here are real names.
Okay.
You
And
think
then
you think that they are like aliases.
gotcha. And then the other thing would be if there's any other mention of like opponents or enemies of the vine that they're particularly on guard for.
I'm sorry, say that last part again.
Like anybody that like the vine is not on good terms with that might be useful to know of. Like for example, like any of the heads of state. What's their kind of like? Is there any particular one that's like we've got to?
There's nothing in there to the effect of not that you're able to pull out anyway. That's to the effect of the
It's looking super alive here, right?
evidence
Oh, thank you very
of
much.
or lack thereof any sort of relationship or antagonism or extraordinary antagonism between the Vine and public officials around the Sun City.
I'm tempted to
Gotcha.
copy that and paste it into
You
the group
imagine
chat
that they
so we
are,
can see
as
it.
they are seats of government, and this is a criminal organization. Unless there's some sort of corruption going on, they're probably not on great terms. But yeah, there's nothing in there that answers those kinds of questions for you.
Gotcha. Just more or less, I guess, and this could be something that maybe I look at and find later. But if I were to if we were to share this information with, like Minister Leto, would that be a good idea or a bad idea kind of thing?
Or like what?
I can't
What do we
tell you
know?
that. That's something you have to
Like okay,
decide for yourself.
what do we know
And
about?
one last thing,
yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm
Mm.
super sorry. One last thing, it was Dom. Donald, you rolled a 23 on your history check about Kava,
Yeah.
Director Kava. All right, you know that they are a non-binary gold scale dragonborn. Later in their years for a dragonborn, into their 60s, who's believes fiercely in independence and the free market.
Ah, our Republican in the Republics.
More like a libertarian.
Hmm.
But anyway, that's the end. I apologize. That's all. That's the big dump.
Yeah.
Mel, you were gonna say something.
Oh no, it was just basically about that person. Like if I know like what kind of connection they have to Al Rawam, or like good or bad, or if there's any.
As far as their relationship with Al Rawam, they are. There's people in Al Rawam who have a love-hate relationship with director Mustaine. There's some who would call them. There's some in Al Rawam who would call them a war profiteer. They're making a lot of money from the caravans to Alrawam because it's the only way to get supplies into Alrawam at this point because they're blockaded from the sea. And the way that certain people in Alrawam would say that the director very closely controls the amount of goods that come to Alrawam to ensure that the need for such supplies, i.e., the war, goes on as long as possible, as opposed to making sure that you get enough to end it quickly.
Mm-hmm. How long have they been in
The-
power? How long have they been the director?
Director Mustaine
Mm-hmm.
for decades in
All right.
Narafos.
Right. Mel doesn't
Quite a
like him.
while.
Mel does not like them.
Yeah. Since long before the Empire had put Alrawam under siege.
Yeah. I mean, she's originally from Narafos, so.
Yeah. That would be what one faction in Alrawam would say. Others would sing their praises for having the spine to actually antagonize the Empire by sending such supplies directly from their city to Alrawam. That would be the other side of because they could get a lot of shit from the Empire for aiding their enemy. So there's two sides to that argument, but regardless, that's your impression. Or that's what you know anyway. I don't know what your impression is. But choose that for yourself. But
As the three librarians over here are doing all this reading bullshit, Thorin also are just in the corner, just with like hooked needles, just sewing wounds up.
Yep. Oh yes. Yeah. I used all of my hit dice.
Just Dante's Inferno, just really like.
Yep.
Oh god, yeah.
very
hit dice.
meticulously.
pouring booze into the wound to clean it out, and then
Absolutely the fuck not. We are dwarves. We don't abuse
We
alcohol.
do not waste that. We are using
my
water.
apologies. My apologies.
What thought?
But yeah, you guys get a short rest in here, so you can roll any hit dice and stuff like that.
Thorin, how are you looking after the short rest?
I'm back to full. Thank the Lord.
Okay.
Just made it by like 2 points.
During the short rest, I kind of speak out loud to the group. All right. Sad thing about is that we're not done yet. Fuck, I wonder what time it is. We gotta clear out the tavern upstairs.
Pretty late. You guys came in here after nightfall, like well into the night.
That's what I'm worried about.
I mean, if nothing else, we're gonna want to burn the body, the Electos and Nefrit.
I agree, but that's what we should do. One of us needs to go. Fucking A. Like, also,
Hey, here, and I give her some.
Thank you.
Drink it now.
Most on the face, some in the mouth.
Wait, why do we
you're
need to
wasting
deal
it.
with the
Stop
tavern?
smelling it.
It no longer has a
How'd you
proprietor,
do that to good booze? Oh god.
which is going to be very suspicious the second we walk out of here. So what we need to do is clear the tavern, make sure everybody's there, close the tavern for renovations, butcher paper the windows, bar the doors, and at least give us a head start.
That's fucking suspicious as shit.
Nobody saw us come in here.
Yeah, if we go out the way we came, then at least we probably buy ourselves a day before somebody stumbles their way down here.
At least a few people saw you, didn't they? Looking at Donald.
A couple of them did. They're not going to talk about anybody, though. Or talk to, They're almost certainly not going to be coming back here, though.
If they are, then boarding up the tavern isn't going to fool anyone they talk to.
Not Mel. Sorry, Val. It
Uh.
sounds the same. I'm fucking hurt. Anyways, now, great idea. Great idea. Let's burn it to the ground.
No.
Well, the problem is that there are. If it's tavern that has an inn above it, I assume there's innocents in there. We're not trying to kill innocents, so that's why if we kind of escort them out and say, "Hey, we're doing renovations. You know, here's
Then
breakfast.
burn it
Here's
to
your
the
coin."
ground.
Yes, we can burn it ground, knowing that there's not going to be anyone inside.
And then it solves all of the problems.
It would.
No.
I'm a fucking genius.
No. It doesn't solve. It's only going to draw more suspicion to what's to here. If that's something if it's really something we care about, that people know we killed part of this thieves guild, then oh no, I guess. I doubt anybody's going to care too much.
In and
But
out of
I-
character, I really do think that burning the tavern down and boarding it up or whatever is just going to draw more attention to us.
Oh, this is just
Then
this is
leaving.
just Thorin being in character.
No, I hear you.
No.
I think maybe what we could do is see if we can find the passage to the tavern and board that up. So at least anybody trying to come down here takes them a little bit longer. But I think if we start doing anything in the tavern, that's just going to make people talk and take up our time while people start spreading rumors about seeing us.
Yeah.
But we're not.
It doesn't make sense to do anything with the tavern.
Can we own the tavern?
No, we
No.
cannot own it. That would be the most suspicious thing we would do today.
Hi, suddenly we own this tavern here. Don't think too much about the people who were here before us.
Right.
I wonder if the sign is actual ruby.
What?
Hmm.
Is the sign actual? It's called the Ruby Monkey.
Oh my
There's only one way to
God.
find out.
Just leave the tavern.
No, it's just the sign at the front, the swingy. I don't know what it's called.
You don't need to steal their sign.
They wouldn't put an
shingle?
actual ruby in there. That someone would have stolen it already.
Yes, that too. You also don't need to steal their sign. We took 18,000 gold. We're taking 18,000 gold pieces from this vault.
But what if the sign's really ruby? That just gives us more to work with.
That's
It's
like
really
50
not.
more gold pieces. It's not worth going into the street and ripping down the sign and having people wonder, ooh, who are those people who are ripping down the sign?
Why would we all go?
It would just be me.
It
You're
doesn't
so fucking obvious.
I just facepalm.
Are we gonna steal all the booze though?
Yes, that's not even a question.
Yes.
as long as you
we're-
don't expect me to carry it.
No. We know that this. I point behind me with my thumb. The water runs out into the bay area. So if the casks float, we could just float it out into the bay and just pick it up on the longship.
I
You
like
could
the
do
way you
that,
think.
or there's a thing that I can do to help our carrying capacity.
Mhm.
And I will take the time to ritually cast Tensor's floating disc and help load all the gold onto it.
We're probably going to want to put that in something to contain it.
Sure. What does it look
Sure.
like when you summon your disc?
I will essentially, like, I kind of draw like this circle in the ground with my arcane blade, and it traces like a line of energy, and then as the circle closes, it like fills with the energy of the plane of force.
Yeah, and then just kind of floats like a foot or two off the ground.
Exactly.
I
This
find
can
that
hold
way
quite a
more
bit.
suspicious.
Oi, Val, what was the saying that we always said about elves?
I have massive blood loss. I have fucking.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what you say about elves.
I cannot entertain this notion.
Yeah, John, make up a saying about elves on the fly, real quick. Go for it.
Okay.
We have it
Okay.
in chat. We have it in our chat.
Yeah, we have one.
Mhm.
You just give me 2 seconds so I can find that.
Blurt, Blurt
Huh.
looks up at you, Donald, and says, "So, were you successful, by the way? Did you save the people in the forest and stuff?"
We did.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. We're gonna have a whole bunch of people joining us back at the island.
Oh, yeah? How you going to get them there?
Well, we're gonna have to use some of this gold to buy ourselves a new, bigger ship.
Oh, you're getting a new boat, huh?
Yeah, I think it's gonna have to be I think we settled on a galley.
A used
Holy
galley.
shit.
Oh, quick mention.
Keel boat. I
We
think.
done with this asshole pointing to the body of Electos.
Oh yeah, we should probably burn his body though.
Don't worry about that. She's just gonna start dragging you out and going towards the thing with the giant spider or the giant scorpion.
No, we really should burn his body. We're the woman who got really mad at us from him is probably a necromancer.
Well,
Can
if the
she
scorpion
necromance a
eats them-
scorpion stomach?
True. I wonder how he does with bones.
Hmm.
Can't be that badly.
He looked at proficient at eating bones. I would say.
I'd say that's some expertise there from.
She.
Hey,
Wait, she what?
The scorpion
spider-
is female.
yeah, scorpion.
The scorpion's
did say
name
that.
is Sir.
I'm just.
Yeah,
I'm just-
her name is Sir.
What? A woman can't be
It's Sarah.
a sir.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we'd have to change the
No,
canon.
no, it's Sarah, like Brienne of Tarth.
Like
Yeah.
to Madam Sniffy
Sarah.
McBootail.
No, it's Sarah Brienne of Tarth.
First of her
No, I'm
name.
just kidding. I hadn't thought even first, even portion of a second, what the gender of the scorpion was. I have no idea. But you want to drag the body over to Sir Stingy Boo Boo Tail or whatever the fuck you guys named it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sir Pinchy McBootail, first of his name, Lord of the Underground.
Lord of the Underground.
As you guys start piling all this stuff onto this floating little disc of energy, it seems to take quite a bit of weight. I believe it can hold up to like 500 pounds worth of stuff, right?
Yep.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Good luck. Oh, that sucks.
And you start walking out of this room, and the disc just kind of like at like a 5-foot distance just kind of follows Artanis behind him.
I have a question. This room over here doesn't have an outlet, right?
It does not appear to have one, no.
So do we want to take the time to explore the rest of this place to find the path to the tavern, or just get the hell out of here?
I say just set it on fire and leave.
We're not setting it on fire.
Val,
Solution-
why is Dommel no fun?
The solution to everything is not setting it on fire.
It's
Beg to
literally
differ.
the universal solution,
I
but
Beg to
Oren,
differ.
we still have to bring all those craftspeople back into town and take the time to find a boat. We don't need to draw too much attention to ourselves.
Fine. Which way do we go?
We'll find something else to burn, I promise.
Better. I'm in a burning mood.
save all your burning for that bitch.
I think
The
we
only
make our
bitch we've been dealing
Portia.
with. Portia.
Oh, that bitch.
Yeah, the one on your
Um,
list.
I'm gonna rip every single bone off of her body while she's alive.
And then you can burn them all individually. Have fun. Go fucking
That's
nuts.
too easy of a
very tiny pyres. Here lies Porcia's left toe. Here lies Porcia's other left toe. This would be the most grim. The head bones connected to the neck bone. It'd be so grim.
That would involve Thorin having to know any bones names.
I know the names of every bone in the body. I will gladly label them all for you.
So,
Dom,
Bill,
you know
now
I'm
that-
just gonna say, what bone is this every time I rip one out, right?
As long as she's still alive.
Thorin's new goal for this campaign, be get his doctorate.
Medical doctor.
My name is Dr. Thorin to you. Brood Iron, Dr. Brood Iron. Get it right?
Look, hey, L2!
I didn't spend 7 years.
In rating medical school.
Did you have a-
Medical school.
Yeah, I didn't
I-
spend 7 years ripping the bones out of people just to be called Mr. Brudiron.
My residency was terrible.
Oh, fuck you! You're a terrible person. What's wrong with you? Oh,
I'm like, I got a bit of a tickle. Oh, it seems like you've got too much neck on the head. Yuck.
Let me just take that vertebra out.
ugh.
Two things.
Tannis, were you asking a question?
Yeah, and I just thought of another one. So one is as we make our way past these pits that
All right, Chad, somebody clip the shit out of that or remind me that I have to clip the shit out of that because, oh my god.
Would there be any way to like
Entire Thorin getting his
retrieve
doctorate.
one of their corpses and harvest it?
You can certainly try.
I think they're like 40 feet down, right? That's what you said last week.
60 feet.
they're really far down.
60 feet.
Okay.
Just real quick, just Artanis, because I see what you're trying to do.
You know it's good shit when I like
hey,
laugh
Thorin,
so hard I cry.
you still have that grappling hook?
This thing? He pulls out the grappling hook.
Spear that motherfucker.
I will throw it and try and pull it up.
Make an attack roll.
Trying to use magic to retrieve stone dogs.
Do I just use my strength?
No, it's like a ranged attack roll for you.
Oh, so my dex.
Like if you were throwing a hand axe or a javelin or something.
Oh, so then my strength. If I could rage, 6.
You go throw it. You stop. You listen. Wait for that soft, squishy sound of piercing flesh, and you hear clang, 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 clang.
let me try just one more. It's dark down there. Can someone get a light? Can I get a light?
I
that light.
turn up the light on my arcane blade and light up the pit for him.
Do I see it?
You can see it, and I believe when you have it at max, it's like a torch, right? Your arcane blade.
I think at max, I'll have to look at it, but I think it was like,
I think we said it's like equivalent of a torch, right?
I think so.
When you've got it turned as bright as can be. So yeah, so you can see it stands out from the other corpses and bones down there.
Is it dead or is it still like alive?
You can't tell. You can't tell from here. It's not moving.
It's got to be dead if it ain't moving. So I throw it again.
Make an attack roll.
Motherfucker, 10.
Clang, 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 clang.
All right, third time's a fucking charm. I swear on Hephaestus. Last one.
If this doesn't work, we can just move on.
I fucking quit.
Natural one.
Natural fucking one.
Say it.
No.
This time you spin it around, chuck it, and you lose your grip on your left hand of the other end, and you just throw the entire length of rope and the grapple hook down into the pit.
Motherfucker, fuck this shit, mother. I fucking quit. I'm burning this shit down. I'm burning it all down right fucking now.
No, you're not.
Ah!
Still plenty of liquor to be had.
And yet he
Looking
doesn't have
at,
any more rages left for the day.
Stonework. I don't
So
understand.
just
what you're gonna Even if you got
I'll
something
burn
to light.
something, Val.
and yet-
Shut up.
He's all like this, but he doesn't have any rages left for the day. So he's like,
Exactly. I'm trying to rage, but I can't.
You're impotent with your rage.
I am. I am impetus rage.
So the other thing that I was going to ask was when we go back to where all that liquor was locked up, I'll ritually put up.
As you guys walk in there,
Oh, Pinchy's not cool anymore.
as you guys
right?
walk in there, you see surrounded by half-eaten corpses taking a little nap in and amongst the gore and viscera. Sir Pinchy McBoo Tail, just chilling, like.
Well, they look like they've had a
And
good
as
time.
you open the door, it kind of stirs and gets up and kind of flexes its tail and skitters over.
Oh, does it still look hurt and burnt?
And it comes at you rather aggressive. Whoever the first one is through the door, I assume it's not Donald. It looks like it's had the time to take a short rest, just like you. So it moves rather aggressively, actually, towards the first person to open the door until it sees Donald walk through, and then it kind of slows down.
I wonder if it might be willing to help us lug some of this stuff to the exit.
Lug some of this stuff. Come on. I just
First things
jump
first,
over the
gives
bar
bodies.
and just start rolling a barrel towards the adult.
Oh yeah.
Everything needs to be easy. Just do the hard work. It's fine. We're almost done.
It's even more suspicious if we have a giant fucking scorpion following us.
Just
leave
to
him
the
here.
yeah, just to the exit. Not saying take it out into the world.
Just leave him here. It'll be a nice, fun surprise for anybody who comes down here. And
We can't just leave him here. How are they
yes,
gonna-
we can. He's got
Who's
plenty
gonna
of food.
feed him?
He'll feed himself. He's plenty capable.
Sounds good.
Well, I
Um,
bonded with him.
I imagine that. No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Val, why is Donald being mean to me?
Because you're out of rages and he knows you can't kill him today.
He won't let me burn anything down. He won't let me keep my new pet. My life sucks.
I swear to God, I will murder
God.
each and every one of you. I just want to get the fuck out of this underground sewer. I'm covered in piss and shit. I don't want to be here anymore. Can we just get this done so we can leave, please? For the love of...
Please.
God, it's
Agreed.
This
All
is
right.
this is what Thorn's like with no rages.
Dommel, can you shut the portcullises, please, for my experiment? I don't know where the switches are.
Oh, sure. I guess.
And
You guys load up the disc with all the booze it can carry. Roll another couple dozen barrels into the water, and you watch as the current slowly takes them towards the exit. What are you doing with the portcullises? Portcullises?
no,
Portcullises?
I was just gonna like literally just dump a bunch of them in the water and then open up the portcullises and they would all travel as a group in one, instead of being spaced out.
If you would like to do that, you could.
Right, cool. And then because I'm the fastest one here, I'll just swim out into the middle of the bay, grab the Iron Serpent, and I'll go pick up the rest of our cargo.
That's not its name anymore.
Will be
You
again.
got
It's fresh
Now,
sugar
it has a new
paint.
name until I scrape that fucking paint off.
um
I'm pretty sure I have a piece of paper that says it's in my name.
Well, right now it says the pretty princess. Uh,
Can I murder? Can I cast Cure Wounds on Electos and then murder him again, please?
Wait, the pretty what?
I
yeah,
thought it said the defeated.
That said the defeated.
nice. I know.
Hmm.
It's sub. I'm just fucking with Ossel. But you guys make your way out of the catacombs beneath the Ruby Monkey. Also, you swim out following the excuse me, following the barrels of booze. And eventually, you
The
guys
Hobbit
make
made
your
this
way.
look more glamorous.
Yeah, for sure. We don't have their budget. Um,
I wish.
yeah, right.
Mm.
Wait, do we have any kind of budget, Mel? Glenn?
Budget?
No.
No? Okay. Um,
I mean, the budget is
We're
what we can
playing for
afford
free.
as our hobby.
Free and play for
Um,
free.
Anybody
Yeah.
want to put into the community pot? Yeah, a honey pot.
but eventually, those of you make your way using the passage that you came in. The rest of you, one of you swimming out with the barrels until you all meet back up at the defeated.
The defeated.
We fed Electos to the scorpion, right?
And the other one.
Aye.
Yes.
And the free.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, could I have taken the Dragonborn's greatsword?
Sure.
Could I skin the dragonborn before feeding it to them?
Disgusting.
I mean, if you
Look.
really want to,
I would like to wear the skin of the defeated on me. I'm kidding.
Okay, Buffalo Thorn, we're not doing that.
That I was kidding. I was kidding. The
um,
voice in my head is starting to really come out, guys.
Mm-hmm.
It puts the lotion on its scales.
Gets the
who-
hose again.
Ossel, the great sword is super heavy,
Yeah, it's fine.
like super duper heavy, heavier than you think it should be.
Hey Val, you want me to carry that for you? Look, I have a hard time with that.
Don't throw away your axe.
All right,
Take the greatsword off, and I toss it to Thorin.
I take it.
We take the.
It's
hand
extremely well
crossbow
balanced.
Off Electos too.
Hmm?
Do we loot their
Gloves.
bodies for the
Yeah,
love of
yeah.
God?
Yes.
Yes, we
Yeah.
looted their corpses.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, he had a
The gloves.
mundane scimitar, the gloves, and that you took, and
Did you have
a.
some boots?
I mean, they were nice boots. They weren't magical.
I thought they were.
No.
I mean, they could be described as magical, perhaps. Fabulous is another word.
All right,
But
Gilmore.
and he also had a hand crossbow that was just not a magical, but just a mundane hand crossbow.
So the sword is well balanced. You were saying?
The sword is extremely well balanced. The metal is much darker. Make an intelligence-based blacksmithing check.
Can I have advantage because of everything that my grandfather taught me, and I'm so good at blacksmithing?
No, you get to make this check because of everything your grandfather taught you,
All right.
and being so good at blacksmithing.
Do I add my proficiency since I'm really good at blacksmithing? Or okay, cool.
Yes.
So that would make it a 2. Natural 20.
Hey.
You've never had the opportunity to work with it yourself. This is adamantine.
Oh damn.
You know, and I'm not going to say it in RP terms, but from a mechanical sense, it is adamantine. So it's not magical, but because of the material it's made from, a weapon like this crits on a 19 and 20. And if someone is wearing adamantine armor and has that ability to negate crits, not with this sword.
I look at Val and be like, I kind of want this a lot. Can I have it, please?
I don't think it's mine to give. It's everyone's choice.
I hold it. I hold it up. Guys, can I have this, please?
Sure.
If it'll stop you from trying to burn everything down for a little bit, then yes.
That'll never happen, Domela. I'm sorry.
We want 2 days of no burning.
Val,
It will
Val,
settle for literally 1 day of no burning.
would you settle for 2 hours?
No. This is non-negotiation. Give me my sword back.
All right,
More
all right,
than-
all right, all right. 1 day. 1 day. You got 1 day.
There, fine, excellent.
You know, the following days we're probably going to be on a ship, in which case it'll be extra important that there's no burning.
That's what I was trying to say, but no one wants to fucking listen to me.
If he burns down the ship while we're on it, I will just kill him.
You guys, if you guys aren't paying attention, he's taking out flint and steel and trying to ignite something.
No, we are
John, I know
definitely
you
paying
don't pay for
attention.
the fan art. I will kill your character. Stop.
It's
I'm gonna
more.
break
It's
the
more.
wall for a second.
It's more just fucking with y'all. He would. I wouldn't do that. I would not let him actually
Yeah.
light the place on fire.
It's gonna shame.
So you guys are
Dr.
all
Shankovich.
back on the Iron Serpent. All your shit is loaded back onto the Iron Serpent. All of your new shit is loaded onto the Iron Serpent. What would you like to do?
I think we need to secure another boat and get the craftspeople onto it, right?
Not
Yep.
this time of night, though.
Maybe we should divide and conquer. Val and I can go take care of the ship. Do you guys want to take care of the?
It's the middle of the fucking night. We're not going to get a new ship
Yeah.
right now.
Oh, it
2:30
is.
in the morning.
Damn it. Let's go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
and
2
then-
o'clock in the morning.
And then we can split up and go do our things.
Well, if we do that, maybe we don't need to. Maybe Dom can send one of his animal messengers to.
Not right now, I can't.
No, after a long rest, right?
Oh, yes.
I mean,
We should still probably go out and make sure make sure they know what's going on. I can head out and do that.
I do take right before we take a long rest. I take a cask of ale and I pop the cork, and I begin to pour it into the harbor, remembering the triplets Ted, Fred, and Jed, small Eric, Big Mike, all our rowers that we lost this day.
Big Mike! Is that the legendary Big Mike?
Big Mike. We miss him. We miss him. the most.
Simple David. Val was more connected to these people. She believes to these nameless NPCs, and I just pour a cask of ale out into the waters as remembrance to them.
A bungle down chin.
Yeah,
Also, you can
mustache for beards.
also you can take a point of piety for that.
All right, thank you.
Simple Dave. He had the best jokes.
They were unintelligible, but yes.
Very simple, but yet funny.
Very simple, much Dave.
I'm right here.
Right, yeah.
We came up with 3 of them, and I just started riffing off. Just
Standing right here.
I didn't die.
Long rest.
So you guys are gonna take a long rest?
Yeah, I make sure Blurt is on that list, even though he's not dead. But he's dead to me, and that's what's important.
And that's what's important.
Long rest.
God damn.
Yep.
Yep.
Sleepy sleep.
Are we doing watches still?
Ocasus.
Yeah.
Bill, you're muted, by the way, if you're talking.
Shit. Oops. I'm gonna just stop muting myself. So you guys doing your usual, like you doing watches and stuff? The two dwarves and the tiefling and the elves?
Yep.
Yeah, especially after what we just did.
Right. Artanis and Donald, any conversations to be had or anything you're doing during your watch?
You still have that ledger, right?
Yeah.
You do me a favor.
Sure.
Look through it and see if there's anything that's if there's any things that are electoses that are in here, or that are here in Meridia.
Like properties?
Properties, things, um, anything like that.
Yeah. I'll spend some time looking through the ledger to see if there's any indication of properties or other items that were of significance that he owned.
Obviously, I mean, all this is through like 3 different parties of like separation,
Sure.
to try and like protect himself. But obviously, he owned the Ruby Monkey.
Solisocasum.
He owns half of the docks, half of the actual physical docks where people tie up their ships in Meridia.
Solissocasus.
Or I should say owned, I guess, since he's dead now. He also was a great patron of the arts. He had quite a few artists on his payroll, essentially. Playwrights, sculptors, performers of every stripe, as well as, and the ledger shows that they are away at sea at the moment, but a handful of ships as well.
Okay. As we're going through this, I would like to copy down all. I'm gonna leave the artists out of it. Although if they have any like works of art stashed in a warehouse, I will add them to the list that I'm making. I'm gonna list down all his properties, any specific goods that are in there, and probably the names of his ships as well. I will leave the actual artists who's patronizing out of it.
As yeah, it looks like he's literally just a patron of the arts. Like he's not owning any of these pieces afterwards. They still belong. Some of them he purchases off of the artists. It looks like he's just a man who appreciates art and wanted to support it.
Appreciated.
I guess everybody has something that's not completely terrible about them.
Appreciated.
What are you planning
sorry,
to
I
do
should
with
be
this
using
list?
past tense.
Well, I can't. I promised to burn everything he owned, remember? I may not be able to literally do that, given that there's a lot of it, and some of it's at sea, and there are innocent people about. But I can certainly provide a list of what was his and a friendly note that he's now not in a place to claim it to somebody who might be interested in reclaiming them for the law or for the city.
think that's very practical, and I think that could potentially make us some friends.
I imagine it would. I'm not especially planning on showing up in person, though.
Sure.
We did burn down a duke's house a couple of nights ago, and a couple of people did see my face. I was planning on dropping it off as a cat or something.
Gotcha.
I'll just do that in the morning. How are you doing?
Well, I didn't get knocked out this time, so I'll call
Progress.
that a win.
You need me to start showing you how to take hits a bit better or something?
I can see Bill grinning with his plan to get me knocked the hell out.
I am shocked. I'm offended that you would suggest such a despicable thing and attribute such.
Quote,
to me.
I will hit you one day, you bitch. Unquote.
Yeah.
Thank you.
When you least expect it. Unquote.
That mirror image doesn't help you with saves, does it, bitch?
It sure doesn't.
Somebody clip
I
it.
have not
Somebody clip
forgotten
it.
I'm just kidding.
that. Yeah. No, I mean, I wish I hadn't wasted that fireball, but lesson learned once again. I think slowly but surely, as we get used to each other's abilities and I stop being such an idiot, our plans are starting to work out progressively better.
I mean, I don't know how much of this one was actually a plan. We kind of just ran in and
We were careful, and we went in with the intention to be stealthy, which in itself is a plan. Maybe not the most complex plan, but a plan nonetheless.
it's something, I suppose.
Sometimes keeping it simple is the best way. Simple and decisive.
I've known a lot of people who've said that.
Well,
Are you
what do you
telling-
mean by
are you
that?
telling us to kiss, or
Do it.
I mean,
principle, yo.
follow your dreams, but
Yeah, live your best life.
Yeah.
Did you say that in a way that like it sounded like whatever you were referring to is kind of not good people?
No, he's talking about when he was still in the army.
Ah. Well, I think we've got a pretty good team here. We've accomplished quite a bit for being thrown together the way that we were.
I mean, we don't really have a choice in the matter.
It doesn't bestow automatic success. And we've seen a lot of success.
You ever worry about why all of this keeps coming our way?
Yeah. And I mean, I always expected once I left home that things were going to be an adventure, but this is something else. And I don't know. Hopefully it's good. And I don't know. Magic is. I've spent a lot of time studying magic, and I'm only starting to realize that I know very little about it.
You should probably just stop studying it then. It's a horrible thing and nobody should have it.
You have plenty of magic.
I know, and I hate it.
Why is that? You've saved our lives many times with it.
I would much rather be back home without having to have saved anybody's life. Without having to have saved anybody's lives out here, I should say.
You think the lives that you've saved out here are less valuable than the ones you could have saved at home?
I don't care to judge the value of lives, except for those of Calcarians, but they're not really lives. Just I'm not doing my duty out here. Well, I am to the best that I can, but not the one I should be.
What is it that you see your duty to be?
To be back home, protecting people there.
You know, my duty is to protect our people too. And I think the best way to do that is what we're doing right now. Learning more about the world and forging alliances that can best serve us in the future.
See, David agrees with you, but Donald does not.
No, I get that.
Yeah. We
Um,
can all assume that, David. You go ahead and play your character. You don't have to give disclaimers. We trust you. We love you.
All right. No, I don't not agree with you in the short term, I suppose.
I don't not agree with you.
That, sir, is a double negative, so you don't do agree. That is your redneck explanation for the day.
Pipe down, redneck peanut gallery.
As you were.
I know that a lot of our people, as much as I love them, don't think that much of the outside world. But I think you'll see what I believe is to be true, that what we're already seeing, that there's much to be learned and gained, and making the best of it can only serve our people well.
Sure.
You'll see in time.
We'll see. Indeed.
And then I just get back to studying.
All right.
I'll keep watch.
8 hours go by uneventfully. The sun comes up over the over the eastern horizon, lighting up the docks, and you will watch slowly as individuals begin to emerge from docked ships, from deeper into the city, dock workers arriving for work. As a couple hours after the sun comes up, the trio of your party that require sleep awaken, having fully rested.
All's well.
Was having an amazing dream of burning things. No, I'm kidding.
We made a deal. We made a deal.
Donald's like, hey, in your dreams, as much as you want. Knock yourself out.
As long as you don't burn
In
the
your dreams.
Literally knock yourself out so you can dream about burning things.
Yeah.
All right. Are we docked currently? Are we in the middle of the harbor?
Yes. You're docked.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
We're undocked the ship.
All right. First order of business. Two of us need to go get a keel boat, and the other
The
two.
wizards need to trance.
Oh,
First
The,
order
the,
of business.
the elves need, yeah, the elves need to trance.
you suck. All right, fine.
I'm sorry for keeping watch for 8 hours while the group of you slept.
Oh no, don't be bitter about it or nothing. That's fine. We'll just protect you while you fucking meditate or take your nap or whatever.
No, go do your thing.
All right, cool.
Blurt says, "I'll stay here with them. I can keep an eye out."
Oh, we're definitely staying behind them because you were an absolute fucking failure last time of keeping the boat safe.
Oh,
Val.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's raise your hand if you had to take on a dozen vine assassins by yourself while trying to raise the boat. Here. Anybody else got their hand raised?
How about you raise full?
Thorn raised
Looking
his
around.
hand.
Anybody?
Raise
Thorn
a
raises
full
his
hand,
hand.
you fuck. Is he has his hand up? That's right.
Leave Blurt alone. Blurt, leave Ossel alone. Stop fighting each other.
She started it.
Yes, I know she did. Also, leave Blurt alone.
None of us are fucking parents to the others
behind-
around here.
From behind Donald's leg, like a little kid, Blurt peeks out and gives you like the old.
Gonna stare daggers at Blurt for that, like, and you're not a fucking child, stop it.
How do you know? You don't know how old.
I go to trance.
Janice begins to trance.
I really think that should be a name of like an inn that we make. It's just called the Trance.
Yeah.
a good
Are you a fucking
name.
child?
No.
So then
Good.
why are you
Um,
acting like one?
Because I can.
All right.
I'm not gonna be your fucking babysitter.
The elves begin their trance. Do the three of you want to go take care of business, or do you want to hang out here?
business.
I think we should go
Yeah.
take care of business while they're trancing.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch out my extra skill via ghost to persuasion for like boat. Someone who knows boats well and would be able to like help her sweet talk somebody for boats.
All right. You find the ghost of an old boat salesman, a used boat salesman. And he gives you all of the like shady inside stuff that boat salesmen do. Gives you the inside track on all their tricks and dishonest tactics. But the three of you are gonna go search to buy a boat.
Yeah, unless one of us wants to also break off and go get
mean-
and the gang and start bringing them in.
It's up to you guys.
I'll do that when I wake up.
All right, cool. All right, yeah, we'll go. Let's go purchase a boat, and I'll start working on a new name.
All right. Thorin, you're going to get the settlers. Is that what I heard? Is that what I heard? Or
No, Dommel
No.
said he was.
am I hearing?
Yeah,
stuff?
I'll do that when I get
Oh,
up.
okay. All right, cool. All right, so the three of you head deeper into the dock and come to the harbor master's office. As you peek through the window, you can see that the gentleman is sitting at a desk with a large tankard, like a wooden tankard next to him. You can see the steam kind of coming up off of the mug as they have their nose in a book, in a giant ledger. If you go inside, stop me at any point if you don't. As you go inside, the door swings open. You hear ding 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 behind you as he looks up from his ledger to see all of you and says, "Can I
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was. You're not dead.
No, it appears not.
Rumors of death are greatly exaggerated.
Oh, you heard we went off into the deadening wood, right?
Make an insight check.
Oh,
Yeah,
Just
I'm
be-
curious.
make
Yeah,
insight
I'm.
checks.
what's going on?
He was definitely told that we had been killed.
Thorin, you can
Yeah.
make one as well.
I rolled a natural 1.
You are just no middle ground
There's
tonight.
no middle
just
ground.
doing
Hey.
20s and ones.
Hey, I was doing 20. I was doing 20s last time, like nobody's business. So it was bound to happen eventually.
Insight
Insight
21.
21. Mel.
Mm.
Kitty kitty.
Like a 12.
12. He obviously just looks confused, Mel. You don't know. He looks very confused. Also, he's looking at you like, how can I put this? Like the person, like the dead person's car who he sold, the person who he thought was dead, whose her boat he sold to someone else, comes walking into his office.
Yep.
And he looks at you like, so you see, one of the services we provide here at Meridia is fresh new paint jobs
Mm-hmm. Understood.
on the boats, on the ships of people who are docked with us for the first time.
And renaming them too.
Yeah, the
Give
name
him
is
a
quite.
look.
I feel like it was mean spirited for some reason.
You see, well, that's the naming department. I leave that to somebody else, actually. So I apologize about that. They've been fired. That's not going to be a problem anymore.
Just now you fire them during this conversation.
Nope. As soon as I heard, nope. It was as soon as I heard about the name that they painted on. It was just instant right after that. They told me that, and I was like, "Hey, you
So
grab your stuff and beat it."
So me and my fine friends here are in the market for another ship, and considering the terrible situation which happened previously, I'm sure there will be a bit of leniency, maybe some credit thrown one way, due to the fact that there was such a blight done to us.
You know what? That is fair. And I don't have a huge stock at the moment that are available. Technically, all I get to sell are ships that are like abandoned here at the dock or things of that nature. Like, so I don't have a ton to choose from. But everything I have, I will give you a very fair deal.
And I kind of just tap Thorin in the chest and go, "See, I told you he'd be quite reasonable to negotiations. He wouldn't be making a very stupid, dumb, idiotic decision."
Mel's just in the background, like, doing one of these with her knuckles and like cracking them, and just being bad cop in this situation.
And I'll just rock up to like the front where he's got like a ledger, and I'm like, "All right, what do you got here?"
He spins around the the ledger and kind of moves towards you. You can see that there are 11 small like dinghies or fishing boats that are available. There is a longship in there that's listed. as well as a pair of keelboats and a um, a shipping galley.
Do they have prices next to them, or are they all?
The dinghies are there seem to be kind of by classification of ship, like prices next to them.
Right.
The dinghies are around 50 gold pieces. The keelboats are 3. Um, the longship is 10. The galley is 25.
1,000.
Yes. Dinghies 50, not 1,000, just 50.
Right.
Keelboats are 3,000. The longships are 10. And galleys are 25,000.
And with our projection and Osso's understanding of boats, especially keelboats, considering our first was a keelboat, the
Yeah.
keelboat would have the capacity to take everybody and their shit to our island, correct? No?
No.
No.
Which of those
It
would,
would not.
if
But-
any?
Which of those would? If you wanted to fit everybody onto one ship and all their supplies,
The
Then we need a
galley?
galley. But
The
that's-
galley.
The galley's
Yeah.
most of our resources. But we could spend 6,000 on 2 keelboats, and we do have another captain.
Keelboats, what you know about keelboats is their normal travel speed is a hex every 3 days. They can traverse rivers. And they have a minimum crew of 5, maximum crew of 25, and they can carry quite a bit of cargo. But you have not only quite a bit of cargo, but also like 140 something people.
So we can't even get there on 2 keelboats, is what you're saying.
Between the 2 keelboats and your longboat, you could probably do it.
All right.
But you don't have enough sailors to do that at the split up amongst the 3 different ships at the moment, unless you were to hire some people.
Oh, you gotta risk it to make the biscuit. All right. History on, and I just pointed to the 2 keelboats over there.
History. They. So one of them was the previous owner just died, no next of kin, so it was just left at the docks. And according to Meridian law, after 60 days, it becomes possession of the docks, and I can sell it. The other one literally washed up on shore, and we fixed it up. There's a big hole in it, but we were able to patch that up.
Great. So, oh god, the worst manager part of me is coming out. So if we would buy a bundle here, if I just take both these keelboats out of your port, so you
So your
can
name was Karen, or
Ossel, Frostbeard,
Oh,
Dr.
Ossel,
Torga,
Frostbeard.
the 3 by.
my mistake. That's accent. I'm terrible at remembering names. I'll tell you what, because of your ordeal that you had to put up with, I could sell you, if you're interested in both the keelboats, I could sell them, the 2 of them, to you for 5,500.
Mm.
5,000.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
I'm sorry, Mel. I'm trying to be nice.
Mm.
Don't worry, Mel will have plenty of opportunities to be scary throughout the campaign.
Just in general.
Thank God I had
Yeah.
advantage. One of them was an 8, the other one was a 19.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So persuasion is 22.
You know what? I like you for repeat business, and I don't want you to have a bad taste in your mouth from our first experience. So 5,000 it is.
A deal is struck. I
Uh,
assume we
I
brought
will
some
get
kind of
started on the
payment.
paperwork. I
Yeah, we
imagine
brought
you
money.
have.
Yeah.
I imagine you have money with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I just dump a big bag and just.
Oh, great. Awesome. I will get started on the paperwork. Give me a few hours.
Great. I'm gonna go check them out. If you wouldn't mind pointing them out to me.
He walks you to the door of his office and he points you down at the far end of the dock. And you can see the two that he's talking about.
Great.
Hey Val, shouldn't we taking them like for a test drive, like just you know?
They're
See.
floating. That's the test. When they're underneath the water, then we know they're not good.
Well,
Plus, the one that's a little bit wonky, we'll just give to Dummel and blame him when it sinks.
good point. I like that.
Wow.
Oh, when it sinks, can I burn it?
Yes, you could absolutely burn it once it sinks.
Yes.
After we got to make sure it's under the water first. It's truly sunk, and then you can burn it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely. Not
I-
sinking, sunk.
Sunk.
I can do that. I can do that.
All right, fantastic. I'm gonna go check over our boats.
Oh, Thank you so
Make
much.
a boating check.
for the prime sub.
Mm.
Boat
I very much
check.
appreciate it.
$23.
Ooh. They both appear to be in perfectly good working order. You can definitely tell where the patch job is. The wood there is a slightly lighter shade than the boats around it, but it is a solid job on the repair, and both seem seaworthy.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Dom the long boat just because it has the lighter rudder. All right. I go back to the group. I just go. All right. I'll think of names while we go get our.
All right. Just so you know, in case you forgot your keelboat stats, they are 1 hex every 3 days. They can traverse rivers. Their ram damage, which is the only kind of damage that they can do, is 1d6. They have 15 hit points. Their ranged defense is 11 plus the water vehicle's score of the pilot. And they can carry a max of 25 tons if the crew is a skeleton crew of 5.
How many HP?
All right. Great.
Hey, Val, what if we
Okay, how
stay
many
with the
HP?
iron? 15.
I'm sorry, Mel? Oh, HP is 15 for keelboats.
Hey, Val, what if we stay with the iron motif, iron serpent? I don't know, maybe we do an iron wolf, maybe an iron pole. I don't know.
Oh,
Iron polar bear doesn't sound like a good idea, but I
No.
like iron wolf. That sounds like a good one.
That's fine. I was gonna name it after snakes in our homeland, but
Nah, that doesn't sound right.
come on, Scale Knot is a great name for a boat.
I just have a feeling like it's gonna be bad juju, and it's gonna sink. Because who takes good care of snakes? I mean, come on now.
Oh, obviously the oh, the
Continues.
Fike in me wants to punch you in the face, but the awesome he loves you for it. I mean, I don't know. We can call the other one the Mushroom Dancer for the elves. I don't give two flying fucks, to be honest with you. Mel, do you have any ideas?
Naming ships isn't really my thing.
All right, it's fine. Trying to bond. Tempt maid number 1 of the day.
Damn, that's surprisingly catty.
Bolt writes into her diary.
Yeah, like looking at that, like You don't have to be passive about it. Fuck. You want me to come up with someone on the spot?
Oh no, I was just like, if you had to name something, and I'm literally just trying to keep extending the olive branch. It's alright.
think-
I'll just name the other
Well, yeah,
one the Nexus, but that's fine.
What do elves like? I mean, us and our wellspring of knowledge of love, elves.
Oh God!
We know
I
nothing.
don't like
so
where this is gonna go.
we know nothing.
Oh, the Goblin Lover. That's a good one.
No, I have it. You know how we always say never trust a fat elf? What if we call
Right.
it the fat elf?
We could call it the Fat Elf.
That'd be great.
You're both terrible at this, and that's coming from me.
It's a great name, Mel. It's a great name.
We can
Coming.
call it.
No.
We should
Make an insight check, Thor.
we call it. We call one the Rubyless Monkey. That'd be pretty funny.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. That's a 16.
16. You think that you're in the beginning stages of winning her over. Like you think you're gonna have to work at it, but you think you'll probably be able to convince her by the end of the day if you keep at it.
Yeah. She likes. I think she likes it.
Sure, I'll just
She'll
name
warm
it-
up to it. She'll warm up to it.
What, you both being racist as fuck on either side? Yeah. Coming from
You
a
get-
tiefling, that really gets us right here, right in our hearts.
You get what you give.
I mean,
I don't think I've said a crass word towards you since you've, actually said your name.
I don't even think we have a saying for tieflings. They're pretty
It's-
straight.
Yeah,
You
pretty.
know? Like, there's nothing bad about them.
I mean,
I've never met a bad
Yeah.
tiefling.
Have you ever met a tiefling?
one.
Yeah, one. You.
Then I would hope you don't have any sayings.
Well, if we find a tiefling that talks a lot, we're just gonna say never trust a tiefling that talks a lot. That's kind of how it works.
Yeah, you do that. Listen, I honestly don't give a shit what you think about me. I just have to deal with both sides of this, and you're all at each other's fucking throats every 2 seconds, and it's annoying as shit.
Well, I wish it were different. Unfortunately, it's not. I mean, Dommel's got some shit that happened to him, and he, kind of portrays that on us. I mean, I just like poking fun every now and then, but he takes it to another level. So
You've
Um,
seen what disrespect gets in dwarven culture, and the way that Dummel acts, he would be smacked down immediately if he was a dwarf for
Yeah.
talking the way that he talks to people.
Yeah, I get that. But he's not a dwarf.
Yeah, and I'm not an elf.
unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're not elves. We can't just change who we are. Well, actually, no. That magic can do that. So, never mind. Never mind.
We literally seen Dummel turn to a horse, so
Yep,
magic can
I've-
do that.
I forgot about that. Yep.
My two dwarves. Can I get history
Mhm.
checks from the Paria, please? Normal history checks, not stone cunning checks.
Meh. Dirty one.
Dirty one.
That's the name of one of the ships now, the dirty one.
The dirty,
Hey,
dirty one.
yeah,
There
that's a
you
good
go.
one.
One
That
will
is a good
inevitably
one.
sink. That is
like
an 11 total.
It's like a reverse psychology. Like, you call it something like the dirty one, thinking that bad stuff will always happen to it, but it's it's like
Yep.
reverse
It'll
psychology.
be our
right?
best fucking ship.
Yep.
It'll be it's gonna be your best ship.
Straight
Uh,
10.
Thorin, you get distracted by a butterfly. Also, there's something about Donald's surname that you just can't. You've heard it before. You just can't remember. You can't remember why or where, but it's bugging you. It's like trying to remember the name of that character actor in a movie that you just can't, like, and you want to give up and like go on IMDb to look it up, but you don't have access to that, so you're just desperately trying to figure it out. It's bugging the fuck out of you.
All right. All right. Let's get your one-handed blacksmith and all his friends back here.
You're all right there, Mel. You look like you're not Mel. I keep saying Mel. I need to say Val. I'm sorry.
Just call me Osil. I don't understand. I'm your sister.
Osil.
It's my name. You've called me that my whole life.
Well, it's because John keeps forgetting how to fucking say it. Osil. You all right there, Osil? You look a little perturbed.
No,
Oh, that's a big word.
I don't know. Something about. I hold my tongue considering Mel is here about us being catty with the elves. And
Yeah.
So I'm fine. I think I took one good club to the head. I still have a headache from yesterday.
All right, let me see it. Let me see the bump. And he goes and tries to start looking for the bump in her hair.
Yeah, we all dealt with a lot of shit. I'm sorry if I'm gruff, but just found out recently my fucking city's most probably under attack by a very bad person. So yeah, I'm gonna be a little fucking about it.
Do you want us to go kill him?
I tried that once. Didn't work out.
Oh. With us? Or just by yourself?
Yeah, because you've never done it with us. It's a whole different ballgame when it's us.
You're on the ship.
Oh, shit.
Oh. That guy.
Yeah.
Well,
Or that person.
I don't think that there's anything
It was
we
a
can
guy.
do.
Okay.
But the only thing we could do now is get strong. Make sure that you're strong. And then
Yeah.
I'd be willing to help.
Kind of have to trust Donald got a message out there. So he was kind of my lifeline on that. So yeah, I'm going to defend him a little bit. Even though he's an asshole sometimes.
Sometimes?
So we're technically in agreement then.
Oh, we're definitely in agreement. I think you both have shit on both sides.
Oh, all right. I like you as a non like the fence sitter of the party. I like that. I appreciate that you call us both on our shit. That's what I appreciate about you.
I don't have any history with either. Aside from the Empire. But since we all seem to be on the same side of that fence, I can handle it.
Oh yeah, we're all anti the fucking assholes, so
Anti-Empire.
I'd gladly lay my life down for any place that you call home because that'd be the right thing to do.
Let's just keep going. I don't like talking this much.
You know, I noticed you say that a lot. You say that you don't like talking and you don't like everyone's too noisy. Why? I've wanted to ask you that for a while. Why does that bug you so much?
I hear enough voices. Just adds to it.
Wait, you hear voices too? What does your voice say to you?
Not in here. Just around.
Wait. I'm not now. I'm more confused. What?
we've talked about this before in character.
Yeah, we have.
Well-
She talks to magic spirits that
Yeah.
we can't see.
Thorn's stupid.
Okay.
A lot of them are loud enough.
Oh, that.
A lot of screaming. Generally, the ones that stick around aren't around because they wanted to be. Some of them are, but not all of them.
Well, I
You
guess
don't
that
have a
makes
happy life and
sense.
then walk around here as a ghost.
I full agree with that. We're walking and talking, by the way.
Yeah,
We're
I
not
assume.
just standing.
I assume.
All right.
Over the course of the next hour plus, you guys make your way back out to the outskirts of the city where you left your friends. They're all in the process of breaking down camp, expecting your return. You arrive and
Nonpartisan.
walks up and he's like, "Hey, you guys are back. That's great. We were worried. I wasn't worried for a second, not even a little bit."
Excuse me 1 second, and I just go, and and Ravina just flies down from a tree branch. Oh, I missed you so much, buddy.
Hey,
Lights onto your shoulder.
we're about ready to get going. Is everybody here?
Yeah, man. Everybody's here. Everybody's ready to go. Where are we going? I mean, I know long term where we're going, but like right now, where are we going?
Send
The
them to
docks.
send them to the docks. Yeah, to the docks.
Oh, where's that? Or can you point out your captain friend again?
Oh, Captain Phoebos?
Yeah, Phoebos.
And he starts looking around.
And he's missing. Fuck!
He's right over there.
All right. I just captain to captain talk.
While
Bill,
she's
did you
running
just
over
roll
to
a d6 for a direction to point into the camera?
I rolled a perception check for her. See if we can see
Oh.
the captain.
I don't know, man.
Captain, do you have any
Huh?
do you have any spare crew, or do you have enough for 2 skeleton crews for keelboat? Is what I'm asking.
2 skeleton crews for keelboats?
Yes.
I got. He points over and he's got a crew of like 6 guys that are his old, they're old sailing buddies of his that he uses in his shipwright construction now. I mean, so you
he's
see
got-
like him and 6 other old salts.
Nice. All right.
So he's got one.
If you don't mind, you're going to be captaining a keelboat towards our new destination.
Is she seaworthy?
I checked her over. She is quite seaworthy.
All right. Keelboats? All right.
And I'm not happy about it either, but once we build a port, we'll have a galley of galleas that we'll be able to conquer the oceans with.
I will build the greatest ship the Sunsea has ever seen.
We found our Frankie from One Piece.
I was just about to say we're getting the 1,000 Sunny.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I don't
First-
understand that reference.
One Piece.
But first, we have to get to the
I
water.
assume it's some anime that I'm unfamiliar
Yes.
Weeb shit! Everybody weeb shit in the chat, y'all.
Weep shit, yeah.
John, you were very country tonight, which I appreciate.
with. Yeah,
which is-
I don't know what's up,
just-
but
just a little bit.
turned the country up to 11 tonight.
Just a little bit.
So you guys gather them all up and begin to slowly make your way back towards the city. Donald and Artanis, you guys come out of your trance. You guys have the benefits of a long rest. Get all your spell slots back. Get some hit dice back. All that good stuff. All that sweet,
Where is
sweet
everybody?
stuff. Blurt is there. You can see that he is roasting what you would assume to be a seagull over a small cooking fire. Hey, you're done sit sleeping. You know that thing where
Yeah,
you
that
sleep
was.
sitting up.
It's
Oh.
called trancing.
Oh. They're not back yet.
Well, I suppose it's best not to wander off. I'll sit and wait for this, for people to get back, and yeah.
You don't have to wait too long. Another hour goes by, and you see a huge mass of people pushing and pulling 3 large carts down to the docks.
Well, looks like the others have been productive.
You
Looks
guys
like.
meet back at the Iron Serpent.
Oh, hi. Yeah. You got everyone. Yeah, I point everyone to just start loading the keel boats and letting them do their thing.
Oh,
All
you got
right.
the keelboats too.
We got a couple.
Yeah, we got a pair.
All right.
They were
Yeah, we
having
did a
a
little bit of
special.
shopping.
Well done.
All right. You all get to the work of helping the settlers get everything offloaded from the carts onto the 3 ships, including the carts onto the 2 keelboats to sit on the deck. This takes the better part of the day to do. If you guys have other business you want to see to in Meridia, the community says they're more than happy to stay here and get this work done. Captain Foibo says he can oversee everything. Also, you feel confident that he is capable of doing that. If there's any other business you guys want to take care of in Meridia,
I don't think
they
I really
said it'll take
did.
them. It's going to take them the rest of the day to get everything loaded up, but they should be ready to set sail first thing in the morning. If you want, I'm just saying, as players, if you want, we can fast forward to that. Or if you have other stuff you want to take care of here in Meridia, you can.
I do have that one thing that I wanted to do.
Hmm.
Go find somebody. Go find some outpost of the Cloud, or whatever the fuck their name is, the local guard, and drop off that list that I gave them or that I made last night.
Okay. So are you doing it how you planned on doing it? Like, are you turning into you B
Yeah,
shaping?
I'll get close to it and then turn into a cat and kind of just drop it on their doorstep. And before I go, I'll add a little note to it.
Okay.
Basically, just reading, "Hi, these were under the control of the Vine. We figured you might be interested in retaking them for the people, given that Electos has met an untimely end. Sincerely, the lords and ladies of Aspida."
All right. Without too much issue at all, you're able to find a local guard posting, and you leave it. You sneak in as a kitty cat and leave it on in a spot where you know it'll be found.
Alrighty. And then I will come back and obsessively oversee the loading of cargo.
Right. You do so. Anybody else have some stuff they want to get done here in Meridia before you set sail?
Mm.
Nope.
Alrighty. You guys help the settlers finish loading up all 3 ships. Everyone sleeps at the docks that night on the ships and on the docks. And you wake up first thing in the morning, ready to set sail.
I give Dommel the reins to the Iron Serpent.
That face.
I feel now is a good time. We can do it in character. It would have, if you would like to do it in character, it would have been last night. What is your destination? Are you intending to head to Ralos? Are you headed straight to the island?
Do we have enough
Um,
rations and stuff for everybody to get all the way to the thing and still have leftover to set up farming and everything we'd need for that? Because we should probably stop in Rellis if that isn't something that can be done.
I mean, obviously, I would like to stop at Ramos if possible.
A lot. The community leaders explained to you that a lot of the supplies that they were intending to use for their settlement was used up by the clanless. There's still plenty of room between your 3 ships, but if you want them to do what they do when you get to the island, they're gonna need you're gonna have to mechanically speaking, if you want them to start constructing things like a carpenter and lumber mill, blacksmithy, and all these kind of things, you're going to need to purchase those supplies in somewhere.
Okay. Let's get some of them here then, assuming we can find fair price for them.
So Ramos? Is that what we landed on?
Sure, we'll stop in at Ralos, get some of the supplies we need here for settlement stuff. I can handle that yesterday. I can handle that the day before we set off instead of overseeing loading stuff.
Just make sure we have enough.
And then drop in for Ralos. Drop in at Ralos on the way back.
Yeah, we're gonna Allsell has one mindset right now, and it's to get back to Rallo so can see his friend. Like that is very important to
Oh yeah.
because Leto and were friends, and that also might buy us some good favor when we go propose our alignment with them.
All right. So you're setting. How much did you want to spend here, Donald?
How much gold worth of supplies do we need to actually buy?
So it depends on what you want to build and construct. If you want, I was going to say, if you want blacksmith, it's 4,000 gold pieces. A carpenter and lumber mill. And
we're
like a woodcutter.
It's just the prices listed that you gave me already.
Yeah, it's the. Yes,
okay.
I did. Yes.
Sweet.
And then once you landed on the island, obviously the days to build wouldn't start until they actually started building them. But.
Right. Okay. Then we will pick up supplies for. This is just gonna be a flat rate, right? No negotiation on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you
need what you need.
Yeah, we have the gold for it. Do we have the cargo space in the ships to carry all of this?
Not. I mean, I don't know what all of it I don't know exactly what
Let
you're.
me put it this way: we have the gold to buy everything that we need to like. We have the gold to buy blacksmith, carpenter, mining quarry stuff, mason, and like farmers and everything. We have the gold to set up everything.
All right, sans a keep.
Yeah, sans keep
Yeah.
stuff, which I assume we'll start
Okay.
sourcing material locally for that.
Okay. So yeah. So, uh, you could fit everything you need onto these 3 ships. They are going to be at capacity. But you could probably only get 2 of the 5 things here in Meridia. You'd have to
Okay,
get the
that's
rest
fine.
in another place.
I wasn't gonna
Either.
try and load them all up here, anyways. That would be
Yeah.
kind of shitty to take all these people in capacity ships.
Yeah.
So let's go for what you referred to as the tier A stuff. So we'll pick up blacksmithing and carpentry / lumber mill stuff here.
Okay.
So that's 8K
Neat.
gold.
All right. So mark off the gold. You can mark it on that you have the supplies to construct a smithy, a lumber mill, and woodcutters stations.
Do we want to
And
go to Ralos and make a stop and pick up the other stuff that we need?
We're gonna
Yes,
have
that's
to.
what we're
Yeah.
doing.
I
That's
think you
what
guys
we're
have quite. Sounds like there's quite a few things you want to do in Rollo. So, why don't we? So you guys load up the ships. I know you guys are kind of. You guys are all kind of split up amongst them, and you begin to set sail. Are you intending to move at the speed of your slowest and staying together?
Yes. Also, will unranger herself and move at the speed of our slowest boat.
All right. So that would be 3 days per hex.
Jesus.
Dang.
We don't have to go.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, it's best to go like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't have to go like by the coast because
Yeah, but this is the shortest route.
I know. I'm just stating just for the
Yeah,
Yeah.
this, yep.
So
future.
that is
So
12
12
hexes.
hexes.
So 36 days.
36 days.
36 days. So you have over a month at sea ahead of you.
So we need to make sure
Jesus
we have
Christ.
food and stuff for food and water for everybody for that amount of time.
I have rations for myself, so you won't have to buy from me. No,
We
never mind.
100 and something people. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, we're gonna need
How much am
food.
I going to need to also cover rations for people while I'm out buying supplies?
While you're out buying stuff, we'll
Yeah.
say like essentially like a gold piece a day per person. So like 140 times 12.
Okay.
Gold piece per day. They're eating well.
The gold
So-
it's the lowest form of currency we have is a single gold piece.
So yeah, so
but-
we're gonna have a lot of food.
140 times 12, that is
Yeah.
1,680 gold pieces for food for the lot of them. I will pay that, no problem.
All right.
We have so much money right now.
It's essentially a gold piece per 3 days, Artanis, because the multiplier was by hex. So, but
That
yeah.
makes sense.
Gold piece, feed them for 3 days. All right, so you mark that gold off. You guys have, you guys are going to be sailing together. You're going to spend a month. Oh,
Can I buy a dragon chess set and dragon dice set? I
sure.
think those are games. I think
Yeah.
those are games in this world.
They are. Dragon chess is a game. It's just dice. It's not dragon dice. It's just dice.
Okay.
But there are multiple different kinds of games you can play with dice. But for the prices listed in the player's handbook, you can absolutely purchase a set of each of those in Meridia. And if you want to get extra fancy sets, you could spend a little bit more, but that's up to you.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, no, not really, because I'm gonna learn how to do it.
All right, you're
Learn
gonna
how to
learn how
play.
to play. You got it. You got a month, over a month. So like I was saying, you guys will be split up amongst different ships, but you guys are essentially going to be sailing together. Um, uh, your little tiny cluster of 3 ships. You have 36 days between here and Ralos. We are kind of montaging it here for a moment. If there's any things you want to accomplish, conversations you want to have over the course of this month plus long sea voyage.
I
I'll
asked
help
Artanis.
Thorin learn how to.
Yeah, I was about to ask Artanis if he wanted to play. Teach me how
Yeah,
to play it.
I'll help teach him.
You're gonna teach him how to play dragon chess?
Yep.
All right.
Wait. I have one quick question though. How many days does it take for Artanis to go checkmate, and Thorin just goes into a blind rage and throws all the pieces off the ship?
I mean, I imagine it's going to take the whole time just to get the rules down.
Well, let's find out.
The horsey
Let's-
moves what way?
Artanis, I'm gonna have you. I believe you're proficient with dragon chess. Yes.
Yes, I am actually.
So you're gonna make just a proficient charisma roll to see how well you can communicate to Thorin the rules of dragon chess.
Oof. That's an 8.
An 8. All right. So not great. Thorin, with disadvantage, make a just a straight intelligence check.
That is an 8.
An 8, a dirty 8.
Oh, great.
That's the DC.
As you are pulling into the port of Ralos, it will finally. Oh, I get it. So
Can we play
36 days it will take you.
Can we play now?
now? Can we play now?
Yeah, you spend at least 3 hours a day for the next 36 days, Artanis, trying to teach Thorin how to play dragon chess.
Let's say it's a very grueling process, and every morning you dread it like, oh, fuck, he's going to ask me to do it again.
You're trying everything you can think of. Partially, you wanted to take on this, I think, maybe afterwards when you're thinking later on, like, why the fuck did I do this to myself? You remember, you hear the voice of Velos in your head saying that being a part of the order means being a teacher. So you're trying to take baby steps.
And the funny part is every time that Thorin
You're
thinks he has
flexing new
it,
muscles, Artanis.
every time that Thorin thinks he has it, he's like, oh, I got it now. This is how you play. You go, no, that's not how you play. Gosh damn it.
every 30 minutes to an hour, I just kind of grumble to myself, knowledge through perseverance, like a mantra.
um, but so does anybody else have something they'd like to accomplish over the journey?
Go ahead.
I say probably as early on as possible. Mel's gonna request to talk to Donald. The message you sent to Arwam, did you name yourself in it?
Yes. I also believe I told you, I like 90% sure that I named myself in it. out of
Mhm.
character? I'm pretty sure I did. Why do you ask?
You did. You also named her in it.
I did.
Yeah, but only I think the short version.
Hmm.
Can you send one of your animal messengers?
Right, I think we worked it out. I could send one as long as I do it while we're in the right hex.
Hmm.
Yes. Although you're going to need to give me you're going to need to give me pretty specific descriptions to get it to land in the right place. Because I have to describe where it's going to the bird, and birds are really stupid.
That I think I can do.
Don't let Ossel know I said that.
Yeah.
Luckily, you guys are on different ships at the moment.
I mean, like seagulls and shit.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna accuse a seagull of being smart.
So
Mine.
basically, if I gave a good enough description of like a place where the military would gather in a more like specific.
You could say like military barracks at the southeastern edge of the city, or something along those lines,
Yeah.
and that would be pretty good.
Okay.
If there's a specific person you want it delivered to, you'd have to give a description of that person and where they might be,
That person I
and a
could-
location where they might be located. But yeah.
Yeah, I'd give the location where they might be located, but I don't know if I'd be able to explain the specific person. But would I have anything on me that could be like wax stamped, like something from my status that they'd notice it's from like Awam military, like on a letter?
Yeah, I imagine you probably have something along the equivalent lines of like a dog tags or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That you might be able to
Yeah.
use something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Then she'd like to write a brief letter and seal it with that. And give it to him
What's
to
the
pass
gist
the
of the letter? Just you don't have to give me the exact words, but just
She basically be saying that the message that came from Damal Eros to the Sultan was accurate, and any further messaging from him should be considered true and to also come from the Acasis. And just signs it Acasis.
okay. It looks like it will have to be, the letter would have to be sent.
Yeah, we'd have to send it specifically like
yeah.
here to get it to Alruam.
Like what's that? So like 21 days into your journey, it would have to be. It would be at the earliest.
Yeah.
Dommel and you are able to like put your heads together with a map and figure out the exact.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like about 21 days into your 36-day journey, you could send the message.
Yeah. And she'd also address it to whoever would have been her like superior officer that she worked with the most. Yeah.
Totally. Sure. Who's that? What's their name?
That's a good question. I need to think that over. I did not think that far.
All right, we'll come back to you.
Big Mike.
It's always Big Mike.
Simple Dave.
This is doubly funny because I actually do know a Big Mike in real life.
The legendary hero Big Mike.
Bubba, yes. We forgot about Bubba. Bubba's very important.
Oh, you can't forget about Bubba.
Yeah. All right. So we have a conversation with Donald and Mel, hoping to send more words of warning to Elwam. Our Bobby Fischer and the Queen's Gambit over here.
Bobby Flay. Bobby Boucher. Boucher.
Playing chess. Anything else, you guys? Those who have yet to speak?
Less something that needs to be done with everybody, but just whenever Donald's not piloting a ship, he's gonna kind of go amongst the people, both on his ship, and he'll wild shape to get to the other ships as well, and kind of
Sure.
check on everybody and make sure that they're doing okay, and do his best to like teach people who might be having trouble with seasickness or whatever how to deal with that, and just make sure. And also, he kind of forgot to do this before, but take care of any like lingering wounds or anything from before when they were injured.
Sure. Make an insight check for me.
Sure. $26.
26. Pretty good. The larger percentage of this group of people are landlubbers, for lack of a better term. It's a lot of farmers, a lot of tradespeople that don't spend a lot of time on ships and on the ocean. So you help them out with the seasickness and getting their sea legs and whatnot. Underneath that, though, does appear to be a genuine excitement for where they're headed and what the plan is. In talking with a lot of them, you get the sense that a lot of them thought that they were facing like certain either a terrible short life of extremely hard physical labor, ending with a trip down a hill giant's throat, when they couldn't work hard enough anymore, or an even shorter, more violent end than that. And they are just genuinely excited to be going to this new place, to start lives that they didn't really think that they were going to have. There's a lot of gratitude being thrown around to not just you, but your other compatriots. It would appear to you that these people view you as genuine, like, heroes and leaders, and have questions for you and want to hear your answers and get your advice and your take on things.
I will gladly answer any questions and offer any takes that they ask me for.
And more than a couple of the younger individuals are super curious, especially with you and Artanis. They don't see a lot of elves. If you may be the first elves they've ever seen, so there is some of that, like
Morgan Freeman and Prince of Thieves.
a little bit, yeah. Like wow, if I didn't know that you were super sheltered and just had no clue, I might take offense to some of these questions, but I get that you're just like completely oblivious. So I'm gonna humor it for now. But there's a lot of questions and a lot of like, a lot of those? Is it true that fill in the blank? Like, is it true that elves? Fill. Most of them are. You're like, wait, that's really what people. Um, some of them, and they run the gamut from like truly like like disgusting and
Or
bigoted.
ritually cannibalistic people to their
Yeah, like
enemies
to
or something.
truly disgustingly bigoted and ignorant to just like straight up you laugh out loud kind of like just from the silliness of the suggestion. But they are. It also appears that they are amiable to learning and they want to. It seems like they want to correct the record. Like they're genuinely interested in these individuals who have come from a faraway land and protected them with strange magics that they've never seen before. Um,
I will do
um,
my best to answer as many of their questions as I can, without getting too annoyed at the really racist ones. And then I'll kind of, whenever I'm on whatever ship Artanis is on, I'll drop by and let him know that he should go and talk to some of them as well.
I'm quite sure I will be much more amused than Donald
Donald is doing his best to be like happy and excited and treat these people well.
Yeah,
He's
and it's
still, by nature, he's kind of like a bit of a grumpy person, but he's doing his best with these people.
No,
And
I
honest-
would never guess.
yeah.
Not in my entire life.
Honestly, it's a little bit easier to do with these people since they're so genuinely that way to begin with. It's easy to you find it a little bit easier to return it when it's so when it's being given so much in the other direction. And I'm sure Artanis is just thrilled for any excuse to get away from Thorin for a few hours, bugging him. To teach him about more dragon chess. But yeah, that's the genuine feel you kind of get from the people amongst all three ships.
Okay, very good. Very good.
A lot of them are having like, hey, this is my, I'm Galder is talking to you a lot about, you know, if you see any need for stone structures in the near future. He has all sorts of plans in his head and blueprints in his head for keeps and temples and other and towers and other buildings and things of that nature. And he's trying to pick your brain on if you think he'll have a good opportunity to ply his trade in something more complicated than farmhouses and stuff.
Yes, he will. I am very glad to talk shop with him especially after hours of feeling like, is it true that elves hold wild orgies in the woods by moonlight every night?
A couple more than a couple are actually you actually have to be like, actually no, yeah, that's true. There's like at least a handful that you're like
There's at least a handful of orgies.
Yeah, well, no, not the orgy thing, but just the general guesses.
The reason
No, the orgy thing has got to be true somewhere. The Dionysus ones.
A little bit of truth to that.
Yeah,
The Dionysus
like,
ones have to.
Yeah, it's more miss than hit, but every once in a while they do get one where you're like, no, actually that's actually true.
Yeah. I'm offended, but that's true.
You've insulted my entire race, but you are correct here.
But technically you're right, which is the best kind of being right, so I'll let it go. But the same thing happens with Aranel. She's eager to find out what kind of
Should have to do things.
old growth you have, what kind of forest, like what the makeup of the forests are on the island, what kind of timber she might be getting into, what her and her sisters will be able to go for. Zoran asks if you've had any chance to prospect any of the mountains, and if there's if you know what kind of stone is there and whatnot. But all of them are just are kind of sharing with you ideas that they're having and stuff.
For Zoran, I will mention that the dwarves did the prospecting, so he can ask them for more in-depth information.
We did.
Nods and
we did.
Yes, you did.
Yep.
Yeah, we found I know we found granite. I believe we found some iron in those hills.
You did.
That's right.
You also struck a deal with the Mountain Goat Union, I believe.
Yes, we did. Union number G.
You did.
G04.
4T.
Yeah. Local.
Yeah, local G0.
G04T. But yeah. Margot Blacktooth and Willem the Bald are, asking about what kind of crops you think would be would thrive on the island, so they can make plans for that. But yeah, it's genuinely heartening to see that they're all as excited as you are, and are not afraid to wear it on their sleeve, unlike you. Um,
Donald's probably about as excited as anybody here has ever seen him. Honestly,
for sure. Yeah, I bet. Which is like on a normal person's scale of 1 to 10, like a 3.5.
yeah.
Um, uh, but yeah. So yeah. So you're able to converse with. That's great. With the settlers in the community, and get a good sense of their level of excitement. Also, anything other than sailing that you're doing?
I think I race the other captain, not to the point where we're out of another hex, but I fucking I try to run circles around this old salt and show him that the sailing tradition of dwarves is a strong, strong one that should be loved and feared and respected. Out of the
Make a water vehicles. Make a water vehicles check.
you can get fucked, old man. I'm pretty good at this. It's +7. No, I need my fight dice for this. 21.
Oof.
They gotta give him the ship
You
without
guys,
the hole in it.
you guys, for funsies, start having a bit of a race. And there's a reef that Phoebos doesn't see. And the ship begins to sink.
Whoa.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just
God
kidding.
damn it.
No, I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. No, but there is he does make a sharp turn to try and catch the wind to catch up with you because he's falling behind quite badly. And the sharp turn actually does knock someone overboard, so they have to stop and slow down and drop anchor and help the person off. And he's apologizing profusely, and eventually you kind of slow down more so that they can come and catch up. And he's avoiding eye contact as you guys are continuing to sail on.
It's all right. You're working out the knocking the dust off it. I appreciate that.
He just nods and says, "Yeah, yep." This goes back to
Exactly.
proud.
Certainly.
That's fine. I do approach Thorin at one point when he is not badgering Artanis about figuring out that the horsey makes an L shape.
So this is what you see. Artanis is not around because he's talking to Dommel, and he's intently staring at this chess set, like rubbing his temples, trying to figure it out. That's what you see when you walk up to him.
I know you're trying to.
Literally, also, 2 pieces on the board have been.
Did you lose? I feel like there's a lot more game left.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm winning or losing, or if
All right.
this is,
Well,
I'm
how
so
about
confused.
Well, he looks like he's not being teaching right now. So how?
It's my
about I get your
turn.
mind off. Oh, it is your turn.
Yes, I don't know what
All
to
right,
do.
How about you move that one there?
All right, fine. Can I do that?
I don't know. I don't know how to play this fucking game.
I just move. I move whatever he tells me to move, or she tells me to move.
You move a rook diagonally.
Nice. That seems like a good play. I don't know.
Yeah. No. I think you're right.
Seems like
yeah,
a fine
it's a
play to
great
me.
move.
I don't know how to play chess.
Yeah, I don't know how to play chess. All right. So I have a question for you because I didn't
hope
give
I have
you
an answer.
You didn't. It's no. It's a very simple question.
Okay.
I haven't given you your reward yet for killing Electos. So, would you prefer swimming or flying?
Swimming.
All right, cool. Mate back here in an hour. And I change Ravina into a giant otter. And then I cast Beast Sense on Thorin and Ravina. And I send Ravina into the waters, and Thorin gets to see and muffly hear through Ravina's eyes as she coasts and collects little bits of clams and kills fish. Um, and Osil is doing this out of a promise she made, but also trying to give Thorin a bit of peace from his anger.
Nice. Um, Thorin,
Mm.
make a does Ossel, does Ravina in her sea form have any uh special senses? You know, like how dogs have keen uh s- smelling and hearing or something.
I need to check
Uh,
real quick. Um, Dark Vision. That's about it, though.
Dark vision, that's about it. Um, Thorin, make a perception check.
Ooh. A dirty 20.
Dirty 20. As you are enjoying the senses of the otter as they glide through the water, collecting shiny crustaceans, and at one point when they surface, you've gotten pretty close to the shore at this point. You never get too far from the coast, but so Ravina can you get a little bit closer to the shore, and you glance over to the shore, and at a certain point, you see alone by itself, uh, which is strange, as these animals are generally pack animals. Just a singular, the most beautiful golden lion with an enormous golden mane. Um, Almost looks like in the noonday sun that it's like reflecting some of the light with its golden fur. Um, uh, Kind of splash a little bit, and Ravina has to rub her eyes a little bit, and when you look back, it's not there anymore.
Hmm. Golden lion. Hmm. Would I? Would that trigger anything to make me think of like that was weird? What was that?
Um, Make a religion check.
That is a 7.
Doesn't trigger anything for you. Certainly
That was weird.
interesting.
Yeah, that was weird.
Really cool, but weird.
Hey, wait, so I saw this. You said underwater.
No, when you surfaced and looked over to the shore
Okay.
at a certain point, you saw it on the shore, just kind of like pacing along the shore, looking back at you. And then you got kind of splashed in the face and had to wipe your face a little bit, and when you looked back, it was gone.
All right. When I come out of it, I look at Ossel and go, do do lions normally go to the coast? Like normally, is that a thing?
Um, I don't think lions are native to this land.
Well,
I know like all the pelts come from like way south, but that's like way south.
Well, I saw this big male golden lion, like when I came out of the water, and it was just looking at me. And then I like, I don't know. I think Ravina rubbed her eyes, and then it was just gone. So I I have no idea what I saw, but it was pretty badass.
Oh, it's probably Poseidon just giving us a little bit of a show.
Wait, Poseidon can be a lion?
Poseidon is responsible for everything on the ocean. He wants you to see something on the shore. It's, I don't know. It could be anything. It could be a fucking shapeshifter like Dommel that out there that seen a lion once. It could be anything.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It could be the gods. I'm trying to be. If you're saying it's as cool as it is, it's obviously a good omen.
I sure hope so, because the gods only know we need it. Hey, I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
So I've been thinking a lot about like what Mel was saying, and I don't know. I don't know how to connect with elves. I don't know what they like. I mean, Artanis is teaching me this because I'm kind of hoping that Dommel likes games, but I don't know. He's pretty grumpy. I hope this works because Mel's kind of got a point. It is getting quite annoying having to deal with this bullshit all the time.
Thorin, I've extended my olive branch. I'm really tired of it being pulled backward and smacking me in the face. Sometimes, and I just make a hard turn, you cannot change people. They're just stuck in their ways. You know how Dad is? You
Well,
just
Dad,
can't fix people.
Dad has
Turn
a
back.
problem. Dommel has just had some bad experiences. Well, that's kind of both motherfucker. I hate how I contradict myself.
You all have had bad experiences. You don't get to be a bitter piece of shit just because you had a bad one. Our people are starving and freezing to death in the north. We luckily have the resources down here to not be doing that.
Yeah. But it would make things a lot easier if we keep trying.
Can only hope. How's that new sword?
I don't know. I haven't used it on anything yet. Can I use it on the Can I use it on the ship?
Abso-fucking-lutely not. I will throw you overboard.
I'd love to see you fucking try.
Tilt ship.
You'll just hit me again.
The sail boom
hey, thank you
comes
so much for the
swinging
raid.
across.
How's your stream?
Thorin, make a dexterity save.
Are you at the shore? How'd it go?
With advantage, because danger sense. Also, what's your spell save DC?
It's not very high.
I know.
15.
15. What'd you get, Thorin?
Oh shit! This is actually happening.
Yeah.
I failed.
You have advantage because danger sense.
Oh, fucking Luya. It's the fucking same thing. I roll a 4.
Crack. You hear as
SCP?
large thing of wood.
Wait, Clover almost
cracks
killed someone?
skull,
How?
And then you hear splash.
What?
And about 5 minutes later, Thorin climbs his way back up onto the ship, dripping wet.
I fucking hate you.
You keep teasing me, and I'm just as strong as you are. I don't understand why you keep doing it. I'm the one person here that has your back regardless of everything, and you keep picking on me.
what siblings do. You know that. If any of them fucked with you, I would fuck with them. Fuck them up, I should say. No one gets to fuck with you but me. It's how brothers and sisters work, right?
I wonder how Veely's doing.
Yeah. Starting to miss home.
Hopefully we'll go back soon.
Yeah. I think Feely's about to start his name choosing.
Oh, the clan choice? Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be interesting to see what name he goes with. We all know
he's such a mama's boy. He's definitely
Yeah.
thinking Frostbeard.
Yeah, what the fuck am I talking about?
Hey, Tharin, keep doing what you're doing. I know you doubt yourself sometimes, but you're doing it right.
I sure hope so. I want to be a good
Watch
person.
the jib, watch the jib, watch the jib.
Oh shit!
Dexterity save.
7.
Crack! Splash!
Well, fuck.
Another 5 minutes later, a sopping wet Thorin climbs his way back up onto the deck.
Oh, did you
the best-
did you hurt yourself there?
Yes. Yes, I did.
That's it.
Blurt walks by and goes, "She did try to bring you this time."
Blur is not allowed on my ship.
Blurt can stay on the renamed Iron Serpent.
You did not rename the ship. It is. There's paperwork involved. You cannot rename it without paperwork. Thank you very much.
I am an elf.
the
I am a
paperwork that you
master of
get back-
paperwork.
The paperwork that you get back for the for your ships includes freshly written paperwork for the Iron Serpent. Freshly rewritten.
That's cool.
For the
I
Iron
make
Serpent.
sure that Dommel is still not on the manifesto to receive the ship in my untimely death.
It's exactly as it was.
And the ship that I'm on is called the Incredibly Deadly Viper.
Instead of writing my own name in, I write Blurt's name. Like not officially or anything. I specifically.
All right, does anybody else have something they?
In the margin.
Yeah, just when we're about a days out from Ralos, I'd just like to. I'll give Dom a detailed description of the Academy and Aristotle, and ask him to send a message ahead, saying that I'll be in town on the following day and would love to share some new information as quickly as possible. And it would be excellent if we could discuss in a magically private area.
Aha.
Make sure it's private before you tell them about the new discovery.
Right.
You got it.
I will send the animal messenger.
Another seagull.
Yeah. I don't think
You
I have
got it.
other options for
They're
birds.
in
at sea.
abundance for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I heard a seagull in the background.
Sorry, I'm just making notes.
I'm pretty sure I heard a seagull in the background there for a second.
Yeah, I don't know what that was,
They're-
but it's
they are, and the soundscape I use. They use seagulls in it.
It sounded like a seagull, or someone just saw a mouse skitter across the floor.
It might have been my girlfriend in the background.
Oh, that would make more sense.
Yeah.
Did she see a mouse?
I don't
Dommel.
think so. She's laughing at something.
Oh, I was gonna say it's canon that Dommel has a seagull girlfriend.
Oh, fuck that.
I mean, only with consent.
Seagulls do
Seriously,
not
yes.
pass the Harkness test. They cannot consent.
You can cast speak with animals.
And beast shape.
No!
This is how this is how Odin got a 6-legged horse, guys.
So, is there anything else you guys would like to accomplish while at sea for 36 days?
Nope.
I'm good.
Right.
Oh, I definitely double checked that patch job on the one that washed up on shore.
It is doing just fine.
All right.
Like new.
I mean, just out of a matter of habit, I'll continue to be studying the codex, but I'm not
Yeah.
expecting to roll or anything. It's just what he
Yeah.
does now.
You've gotten to the point. Yeah, you've gotten to the point where you think that you need to be in a formal setting where there's
Sure.
other tomes and stuff that you can reference and whatnot in order to do this.
Yeah, I think it's more
Um,
like almost like a form of meditation for him at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you still do it, and it helps clear your head, and it helps you keep fresh the characters, and But yeah, you're under the impression now. You're smart enough to realize, like, I need other research materials to compare and contrast, and
Right.
other, peer review is a great
Sure.
system. Um, so after a long 36 for you, also it feels like you're crawling. You're so used to moving so much faster than this, especially at sea. But a long journey without issues from dangers of the deep or anything like that. You arrive in at this point for you all familiar port city of Ralos.
Oh, right before we port, I just go. I understand everyone's a bit cabin crazy. We're only gonna be here for a few days. Don't go wandering off, get lost in the city. Make sure you check in.
Everyone have
For the love of God! And like the second the gangplank comes down, everybody starts scattering off, just like, fuck.
everyone
it.
have their shore leave buddy.
Before that, some of the community leaders, Margot and Willem, Galder, Zorin, Arnell, the community leaders, if you guys have, as you guys all have dubbed them, come to you and explain to you that if you would like, they can handle, if you trust them with the money, they can handle going and purchasing the rest of the supplies they'll need to start setting up the settlement, because they understand that you have other things you want to accomplish in the city while you're here.
Thorin doesn't see a problem with that.
I actually don't super have anything I need to do in Ralos, or Donald doesn't.
No, this is a bunch of scholars, so no, not really. There's
Yeah.
nothing that Thorin wants to do either.
I mean, besides some brief shopping of his own, but that's for spell component stuff. So he'll go along with them, but like they can by all means take the lead on it.
Also,
Okay.
is going to do diplomat shit.
Ooh, I know what Thorin's gonna do.
Mhm.
Thorin goes up to Artanis and says, "Hey, Artanis, do you have anything you have pressing you got to do, or are you free?"
I would like to head to the academy as soon as possible. Is there something urgent you need?
No, not really.
This is like this conversation, Artanis, this conversation that you guys are currently having is taking place about 15 minutes after Thorin finally figured out how to play Dragon Chess.
Hey.
Well, you took a lot of time to teach me something, so I thought I would try and teach you something in return that I or the dwarven culture does that you want to learn. So I thought, pay back what, you paid forward.
I definitely appreciate that, Thorin. Is it something you can teach me on the ride back to our new homeland?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. Because what I need to do at the academy, I can't do anywhere else. But thank you.
That's fine. I'm just gonna go lift heavy things.
Excellent. I will take you up on it as soon as we ship out.
All right.
Sounds good. And as he leaves, Thorn will go and look for heavy objects to either purchase or bring back. Like not heavy that's it's gonna weigh the ship down, but just like other stuff to do exercises with. Now that he has a
Yeah. You want to make your own
plan.
CrossFit gym?
No, I want to make my own. I want to make my own
strongman gym.
workout. Yeah, strongman
Yeah.
gym.
Oh god.
You want to build? You want to go onto a field and build like a Highland Games setup?
Yes.
I love
Gotcha.
to think that Thorin just has two holes bored through it, like two slabs of stone with a stick that's straining to hold it on, and he's just bench pressing them downstairs and just going, "I really hope this doesn't break."
Oh god.
Oh shit! It broke.
Mel, do you have any plans here in Ralos?
She'll probably at least be there for when they talk to the the
minister.
minister. Yeah.
Minister
Otherwise, she'll probably
Leto?
just do what she usually does
Leto?
in her off time. Yeah. With
Okay.
dealing with any spirits she can find.
Also,
I am going to take to see his friend Minister Leto, in a show of good faith of quest executed and finished.
Can I?
oh, sorry. Yes.
There's something that I wanted to do on the ship that I forgot to say earlier.
Oh. Sure.
The ledger that we got from Electos. It has information about stuff from Ralos in it, right? About the vine in Ralos.
Yes.
I mean,
it has enough information to give you what I've told you. Like you don't have super tons of details on the vine. You don't have like names or contacts or locations or anything like that. You just know that there is a large vine presence in here and every other city on the Sunsea.
Okay. Well, if there's something super specific, then never mind. I was gonna copy it out and send it to lead to Estrella as just a nice goodie.
Yeah. I mean, the general information is pretty good in and of itself. Like the fact that, Mel can inform you that no one really knew that they were this interconnected and stuff. So that's new information, at least as far as she's aware. But as far as like names and shit like that and like locations of safe houses or informants or things of that nature, there's nothing like that in there for Ralos anyway.
Well, I'll give her some of it. Just kind of give her whatever information they have about Ralos and probably another copy of what we sent to the guards in Meridia.
Okay.
Just as gesture of good faith, we're willing to share information about this stuff with you if you come across any, and I'll give it to Ossel to use as she sees fit.
For sure. All right. As you guys are have docked your ships and are heading down.
15 gold minus, right, for the docking fee?
Well, hold on. As you guys are heading down the dock to go handle such things, you see an individual finishing up with the harbor master. Smaller individual, much smaller. Either gnomish or halfling. Finishing handing some coin to the harbor master. And climbs up onto the back of their mastiff and starts making their way toward the lot of you. And that is where we will end things for this week. And pick things up next week with the introduction of our special guest star next week.
Sure.
Hey.
Yay!
Excellent.
Cool. Made it.
So you're gonna have your first brush with the culture of the people from the High Hill Peninsula next week. But yeah, we'll pick up next week with our special guest star, a friend of mine that I've met here in Pittsburgh. Yeah, welcome back to Rallos, guys. I know that was a lot of like, that was like a
RP
lore
heavy.
dump, RP heavy session.
Look,
Yeah,
if
there
you want
was.
to, if
And
you
a lot
want to
of
have
lore
a
dumping, I
buffet,
know, but-
you need to prep. Mise en place.
Yes.
Yep.
Hey,
That's fair.
no,
Yep.
it's if you want your ice cream, you need to eat your veggies.
Or murder a guy and his
I know
entire
is- oh,
establishment,
yeah.
I guess. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
burn his establishment down. We forgot to do that. I think Aries would have been very happy about that if we burned the establishment down. I think he would have forgiven some sins if we had burned the establishment down.
I feel like you might have curried a favor with Ares, and the rest of us would have been like hugely fucked if we did that.
yeah.
We're not going back. It's okay.
We're almost certainly going back.
We
at
have
some
to
point.
work with these people eventually. Like,
But that is a problem for future us, and future us is assholes.
Yes. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
current
Much like,
users.
much like when I get shit faced, I go, "This is a problem for sober John. Sober John is an idiot. Drunk John knows how to dance. He knows a few
It's
magic
tough for
tricks.
him, but-
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh
gonna
my
suck for him.
god.
Yeah. Me, John, also had one of those moments. I was like, "Yep, this is a problem for sober John. I don't care now if I look like a drunken idiot. This is a problem for sober John when he wakes up.
Don't abuse drugs, kids, or alcohol.
Don't abuse drugs. Nope. Use it responsibly and when you're old enough."
All right, we'll pick things up here next week. Same
Woo.
time,
Channel.
same channel.
Place.
Almost definitely. Yeah. So thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you for the raids. Let me send you to a Dead Aussie Gamer who is currently doing D&D. I've gotten to
D&D.
guest star on his stream once for a session. It was awesome. Or for a campaign. So please send them all the love. And until next time, you all stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Bye-bye!
We love you.
I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice holder. I'm proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice holder. I'm proud to be in whatever sitch, like singing on Twitch or playing D&D. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice holder. You may call me obsessive, but I just border on being a collector and being a dragon that sits atop my treasure. That's so shiny. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice hoarder, and my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it comes to being me. I'm a time traveler, so Alonzi. I'm a badass